What's up, YouTube world? So I'm recording from my laptop. I don't know. It's just I've just been so hesitant lately of recording video now on my laptop because it may record or may not, was crazy because I've recorded videos before and then when I hit done, there's no video. I was like, I swear I hit record. I see the time going, it's recording, and then when I'm done and pause, there's no video, and I can't find it. And I say these amazing, wonderful things that are just whoop. So I guess, maybe it was just not meant to be put out there on the YouTube universe. Well, what's going on, YouTube world? So Falcons video, yeah. Short week for us. We are going to be playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, division game. Division games are always super, super important. And because that's the thing. Win the division, you guaranteed spot in the playoffs. Even if you win the division 8-8, 7-9, but that was before when they added the extra games, so now it's 8-9, and yeah. Probably the worst record, it'd still win the division to be in the playoffs. It's like 8-9 or so. But yeah, we're going now into this game 500. We're 2-2. We've had a few close, losing to the Chiefs and the Steelers. I wouldn't say really close calls, but if there was just some things that we just change here, there, we could have been 4-0. We could have been this, we could have been that, but it's he said, she said. So, anyways, we are gonna be here at home, though. I am not sleeping lightly on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're a good football team. The NFC South, we're regaining back what was once remember in 2012, the NFC South was the best division in football, but yet, the media kept saying, especially the NFC East, and the Falcons played all the division opponents, I believe, that season, though, and if I'm not mistaken, they beat them, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Washington at that time, Redskins, but now the Commanders. It was just not, and then it was just oh, well, now we got to talk about how bad the other teams were, and then very little talking about of how good the Falcons were. I've been really I've been following football now going on 3 decades, 30 years almost, ever since I was a little kid, and I just see this pattern of a trend. If it's a certain market or group or a team that maybe isn't really the best, or they haven't had much success going into postseason, or doesn't have the big Super Bowl and stuff, they're not going to talk about it that much. They always want to talk about that team or teams are going to be good. Fine, Cowboys right there. Even if they could play crappy and they haven't won a damn game since a damn Super Bowl since '96. Yeah, it was in Arizona and they beat the Steelers Super Bowl 30. And then since then it's just haven't gotten another Lombardi trophy. And yet the media keeps talking about, other big markets, of course, like New York, whether it's the Giants or the Jets, though. Same thing. When they have bad seasons, they just want to talk about how bad they were, though, and really give less credit to the other team that did much better. Yeah, it's... Why do I put my eyes through this torture sometimes? I don't know. I'm born and raised here in the U.S., and, love football. Always have, always will. Played it as a kid, but wasn't that good. So I was like, all right, well, I could play it, but I was like, I still love watching it, though. So, and then seeing guys, it's progress, and it's great. It's wonderful, But I just wish the media could just have certain things, just change things around. But that's just my opinion, though. And what I'm saying is, you gotta live in a perfect world. And guess what? We don't live in a perfect world, especially with sports and media. And here in the United States, though, they're gonna specifically want it. Yeah. It's just, I won't say too much on detail on that because there's some things you can say and cannot say, though. When you cannot say, it could definitely get you in trouble or canceled or whatever it's called. So I try to navigate my word and this and that. So yeah, Thursday night football. Bucs come here. I think these teams are pretty good, evenly matched. I know with quarterback position, yeah, we have more. We got the experience for Kirk Cousins, but Baker Mayfield is on a hot streak right now, and he found a home in Tampa. That's, other than that one successful, I guess, 1 year in Cleveland where he did win that one playoff game, and then other than that, it was just everything else was just a disaster. And then when he went to Carolina, and then he was a little bit with the Rams, but then now with Tampa, he found a home. So it's definitely going to be a very very good. Competitive game. I want to say I hope for a really good game. So I do play fantasy though. I started this year. I play with a few guys at work, and dude, it's like a job, man. A manager was kind of position though, because who do you want to start? Who do you want to bench? Are you sure? And it's trying to be predictable. I'm like, are they going to have a good week or not? And this and that, and you never know. It's just, it's the predictability. So I'm going to my team right now, and of course that see, when I started to put this team together, I was like last minute, so I just got left with a couple of players that just weren't really like high profile and this and that. But getting at least Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, those guys, and then also picking up like Sam Darnold though. I also got Aaron Rodgers. Let's see, Dave Montgomery, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, the receivers and running back for the Lions. But they're on a bye this week, so I was like, all right. And I was like, well, have another two running backs. We got Ezekiel Elliott. But anyways, it's just trying to navigate and just like all right, what's the best player? Like, all right. It's honestly like never. Just from what I know, what I've talked to people about it, though, yeah, you're gonna have some amazing, great weeks, and then other ways you're gonna have some not so good, amazing weeks. But I heard, when someone said, "Dude, if you were playing fantasy from like 2012 to 2016, 2017, or at least for over the good period of the last decade, quarterback position, your guy was Matt Ryan. Would have been Matt Ryan. Why? Well." Think about it. Stats guy, regular season, but postseason, it's just, at least with the teams, whatever team, it was just, yeah. At least one guy told me, he's like, yeah, I was like, if I was able to get Matt Ryan starting off, drafting him this season, I know at the quarterback position, it was going to be a good spot. It's going to give me points. Whether if the Falcons won or lost, so there was statistics on that to get you certain points. You got to look at the analytics, and yeah, it's like, yeah. He's like, I'm not a Falcons fan, but I'm like, I really want Matt Ryan to get a good game. And I'm like, yeah, there were many games, especially back then. It was like, we're throwing 300-400 yards, 3-4 touchdown passes was almost like a normal thing for Ryan, He's got. You look at his regular season, man. He had phenomenal stats. But the one stat that's going to be living infamous, though, until, the Falcons can change. I mean, yeah, on 25-point lead, 28-3, the Super Bowl, that will not go away until the Falcons win the big one. That's just facts of life. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think tonight's game is going to be a close one, though. Who else? Am I starting anybody? Yeah, I got Drake London, though. Yeah, I know. Wideout, I know he's had a good game. He had that really good catch that started off Sunday night. But it's just, besides having the guys have good games for stats, I just want the team just to, come on, Again, division opponent. You got to beat your division opponents. So, beat the Saints. That was huge. And I'm like, thank you. Anybody but them. All right. You got to beat Tampa. At least those are the two teams that are more like, as Falcons fans, we got to be more concerned. Tampa, New Orleans. So, Carolina, but I would not also sleep on Carolina because you would think, oh, they're not going to do anything. And then they could, out of nowhere, just surprise you and beat you in one game where that game could be, down the line like, shit, we should have won that. If we would have won that, we wouldn't be in this position, when it comes like November, December, where games have playoff implications, where it was like, damn it, we should have won this game back in October. So in this game, going into December, we wouldn't be stuck in this kind of situation, blah, blah, blah. It always seems to go that way, though. So do not sleep on any of our opponents, though. Even though it's easy to say for Carolina, but of course, like Tampa and New Orleans are like those two guys. But still don't sleep on Carolina, though. Beat those three teams 6 times. Try to get, if we could get a guaranteed 6 wins out of our division opponents when they come here, and then we go over there to their home. If we could get those 6 wins, that's somewhat of a relief, Just do that and then try to navigate on that. But again, I'm just a guy with an opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm no expert. I could be doing this YouTube covering my Atlanta Falcons now until the next 30, 40 years. When I'm an old man. When I hit my dad's age, when I'm in my mid-70s. So right now I'm in, but pretty much like this month I'm going to be 37. So it's like, think about like 30. If I'm 40, 56, like another 40 years, Then again, though, how football is even going to be like back then. Not back then, but going into the future and this and that. I'm like, will I be around? Question. Hopefully I will. And how the Falcons are going to be all like that. Like, and how's football in general? Or will my just interest completely change? And I just say, no, I gave up. Maybe it's more with soccer, the other football, or more with baseball. I got another thing about baseball, which I'm going to put in another video, though. All right, but in time, I think it's going to be a close game, but I will be giving the Falcons a little bit of the edge, though I'm going to say we are going to win this one. I'm going to go 24-21. Kind of low scoring, but not too low scoring, though. But yeah, I think we'll pull off this victory. Come on. And hopefully this will be recorded. I'm like, yes. All right. Got much love for y'all. I'm out. Peace.